farmers say we love the alcohol. La 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 la. Just line 'em up and we will drink them all. La 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 la. Well, my mother always said, if you want to drink all day, you best start in the morning, son, 'cause that's the Irish way. We don't get drunk, we get awesome, and every other mother will agree. We don't get drunk, we get awesome, so order up around for you and me. We don't get drunk, we get awesome, and every mother must agree. We don't get drunk, we get awesome, so order up around for you and me, and you and me, and you and me. Let there be whiskey.
Hey, everybody! Welcome to Nerds with Alcohol. I'm Chris,
I'm Russ.
and this is episode 446.
446 back in the virtual nerd basement, guys. Thank you for joining us on this warm yet nice-ish
Not
Tuesday.
terrible. It rained a little bit here. I thought we were supposed
Rained
to
a
get
little bit.
storms, but it went, and that was
my
about
app. Yeah, my app basically said there's a chance of heavy weather, and then that was about it. So, but it
it. Hey,
is.
Wings, hey, Tellison.
It's a nice. It still ended up being a relatively nice day, so I'm happy to have it. Considering we had like a couple of weeks of just really horrible shit.
Hey, CD.
Hey fellas, we got a couple. We got the next couple of days. It's supposed to be in the mid to upper 70s, which is kind of nice. Get warm up again on the weekend, but it's looking like we may be kind of out of some of this really, really heavy stuff. So
You say that, but it's not. It's we're not even to the end of July yet. The hottest
Oh, yeah.
hottest days are the next month.
well, we shall see, my brother. We shall see.
I am looking forward to golfing tomorrow, though, in like 70s. It'll be nice. I wanted to walk, but my knee's been bugging me the last few days. I'm like, oh, can I do it? So we'll see how my knee feels tomorrow. But I really want to get out and start walking the course. I want to get more exercise. I want to be more active. And walking this course isn't that tough. It's just if my knee's hurting, it makes it tough because it's uneven ground and shit. So it's not a overly hilly course, but it's uneven ground, and
Sure.
so it can just be a little rough on my knees sometimes.
Right. Yeah.
But especially if it's hurting. So what's that, CD? I guess Russ looks like a weather girl for his portion of the show.
I look like a weather girl. Because I've been talking about the weather.
Oh.
Have you seen those that one girl, I can't remember her name right now. I think they actually did a documentary on her. She's a weather girl from some part of the country. I think it's in the Midwest, but she's kind of on the thick side. She's really cute. She's kind of on the thick side, but thick, like muscly. She's like, and she reads her comments online, like people comment about her about just her look basically, and she reads some of the more unhinged like Instagram comments, and they're fucking hilarious. She's super. I'll have to find her name. She's super cute, she's blonde, and she's like kind of a muscle mommy, and it's fucking unhinged hilarious, and but
Okay.
one of the
She should call him out because
yeah, I mean that's the thing. There's some fireworks going on outside.
Oh, good.
Damn it. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, they're fireworks. I don't know why. Why do we have fireworks on July 21st?
Because it's a
Fucking
day that
assholes.
ends in Y.
Fucking assholes! I swear, Dresden has perked up. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, he's gonna go now. He's gonna go under my desk.
Yep.
Try to go under my desk. You won't be able to get under there though. I got a bunch of crap on the floor.
Hey, cheapo.
So yeah, yeah, she's really, really fucking like hilarious. So like because she reads them in her like newscaster voice. She reads them in her like newscaster's voice, and it's just hilarious. So, How was your week, dude? Let's get
Well,
into it.
I was the last 2 weeks because we weren't on
Yeah.
last week because I was in Florida,
Yes, you were.
where it was actually cooler than it was here.
Really? Was it?
Yes.
God damn,
The one
dude.
day, I think it was on Tuesday, uh, you guys were like 90 something and it was like 88 down there. It was,
It
but
was rough last week,
I was on the
dude.
coast, so I was actually in Palm Bay, right near the water. So, if you've never been to Palm Bay, basically, there's a river that runs along the coast, and then there's like islands. They call it a river. It to me, it's just an inland. It's an inlet. I guess it is a river. Um, but uh, but yeah. So there's basically a wide river, and then islands that are actually like barrier islands that
Mhm.
the ocean is beyond them. So, but where I was down there, uh, wasn't horrible, weather-wise. I mean, yeah, it was hot and muggy, but it was hot and muggy here just before I left, so it really wasn't
Yeah.
a big change. A lot of wind. Like, we had storms coming in every afternoon, or there was threats of storms coming in. One day, it was like it looked like the wind was picking up, it looked nasty out, and it was like a little spit of rain, and that was it. Now the next day, that was Monday night, and then Tuesday, uh, my coworker and I went out to dinner at a local brewery down there, which Hells and Blazes, really good. The beer was solid, the food was outstanding, um, and it just started pouring. I'm like, well, I guess we're gonna be here for a little while. I'm gonna sit here
Mhm.
and maybe this is where I'm gonna watch the All Star game because the baseball All Star game was on, and it let up enough that we're like, all right, let's leave now before the next wave comes in. We can get back to our hotels and just kind of chill. So we did. We left and everything. Um, but my boss who used to live in Florida said, yeah, this area here because it's so flat is like the lightning capital of the US. Like they get
Oh, wow.
some
Yeah.
crazy lightning down there. And yeah, there was a lot of lightning as I was driving back to the hotel and I saw so here we get lightning. It's generally like blue white type of lightning. Down
Mhm.
there it's pink and
It
like it was like pink and
a
red.
pink lightning?
Yeah,
Hmm.
I'm like I have never seen that before. That's fucking wild.
Interesting.
It all had
Yeah.
like a reddish hue to it. But it wound up being like kind of pink cuz here it's kind of a light blue. But, it was kinda wild to see it.
Wow. All
But,
right.
yeah, I woke up the next morning, and so I had a balcony, and I don't know who thought this was a great design idea, but they built a balcony with a solid cement wall. No
Okay.
so I woke up, and there was just a pool I had a poolside room
Hmm,
for,
hmm, hmm.
because it was just flooded. The water had nowhere to go. Like,
There's no
wha there's no
drainage? There was no
drainage.
drainage?
It's just a solid cement balcony with a cement wall on 3 sides and then the
But
door
you
wall going into the room.
Yeah, but usually if they do something, they build some kind of drainage
Yeah,
hole or
yeah,
something for
normally
water.
this is Florida we're talking about though, dude.
Yeah,
It was
okay,
Florida man
okay.
that built it, so, uh,
Jesus.
yeah, there was no drainage. It was about a half an inch of water just across the whole thing. It wasn't enough to come in the room,
Wow.
but it was enough that I'm like, "Yeah, that's just dumb." But other than that, went to Orlando. Orlando was hot, but also not unbearable. Um, but I got all my work done down there, um, uh, and and all that. So, came back. Well, we were gonna have our D&D game, but Bob had to cancel. You were already out. Bob had to cancel. So instead, we um, decided to try out Daggerheart.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
And so we'll talk about that later.
Great.
But yeah, so I had a good time. It was interesting. Had pizza. Um,
Aw.
and but yeah, overall good time. And then last night went and played Magic over at Polly's. Had a great time. actually felt competitive with the 3 decks that I played. So, although the first game,
Cool.
Paulie just crushed us. We all just scooped after it. It was like a 10-minute game. He got his combo out, and all of a sudden we're like, oh, and you're just gonna do that, and you're gonna be doing 30 points of damage. Yes, forget it. We all did. We're done. We there's nothing we can do to stop that. So you're just gonna kill us all. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna kill you all.
Well, shit.
So then we made sure that the next game, because the 4 of us we had two tables of 4. We had 8 people over there. So, but they were still in the middle of their game. Our game was so quick. We're like, all right, we'll just play another game. And 3 of us decided to play the same decks that we were playing before because we really didn't get a chance to play them. And Paulie switched decks. So he switched decks up, and he lasted about 10 minutes into that game, and we all killed him because he's like, nope, that's perfectly acceptable. I was the threat last time. I deserve it. I wound up winning that game. That was with a deck I actually created, and it played really well. I was happy with it. It's not even the way I want it yet. I'm missing about 5 cards that I just have like replacement cards in there for right now. That, but I don't have the 5 cards I want. I think once I even get those, it'll be even better. So, but overall, just a great time. And then we were talking about that. We were also talking about. We'll talk about this later too. Spider-Man's coming out. I believe this week or next week.
It's the 24th, I believe.
So it's this
that
week.
would be this week.
Yeah. So we were a bunch of us were talking about who wants to go see it, and a bunch of people were saying I do. So we might look at getting a group from the Monday Night Magic crew together to go see it this week.
Cool.
Honestly, if it comes out,
Let me know
it comes
when
out this
I can
week.
join you.
You and I should go see it on Thursday. I don't know when they're going to want to go see it, but
July 31st. So
31st. So it's next week. So it's a week from now.
Yeah.
So depending on when they want to go see it, we should go see it on Thursday though.
Yeah, Thursday the 30th is that's July 30th. I'll be down, dude. I don't have anything going on. We're supposed to game again on the 31st. So
yep. Yeah. So yeah, we can go see it on the 30th. Oh yeah, you know what?
yeah,
I've even got it on my calendar as Spider-Man Brand New Day, 6 to 9. So I'm like already planning on it. I haven't bought tickets yet, but
they're already listing. There's listings already. I just looked it up. The Imagine Royal Oak. There's a 5 o'clock, a 7, 8:15, 8:30, 10:30 show. And those are just the standards. There's 3D and EMX.
I don't think I bought tickets yet. I mean,
John R. I don't know. John R. They're running shows from the standard noon. It looks like every let's say not quite every 15, like 12, 15, 12:30, and then jumps to 1:30, 2:33. I mean, holy crap! They're going to be running the shit out of that.
Well, yeah, they're expecting that to be huge.
Yeah, no, it's and it probably will. It's probably going to be well worth it. It looks like it's going to be pretty good. Oh,
yep. I'm just
now I'm getting some weather.
Are you?
Now, yeah, we're getting some windiness and some rain, and the dog is already. I'm a feet.
I'm not. I'm seeing some wind out there. Actually got my window open for the first time in a while. But all right, so yeah, I got nothing coming up. So yeah, you have not bought tickets. I just put it in there as a placeholder to me. I remembered.
Well, I'm sure you're not going to have a problem getting tickets. I mean, yes, it's going to be a big movie, but
I'm not worried about that. It's more just I was just making sure that I hadn't already bought tickets and forgotten because it was so far in advance.
It's wild. I'm just
you just locked up. I'm wondering if we just lost Russ with the weather that's going through. Because he's all locked up right now. I'm gonna text him real quick and see what happened. I'm betting that his modem reset or he lost power or something. Let's see. There's Russ. And let's see. Yeah, the show must go on. Yeah, you guys get to listen to me vamp here for a few seconds. Oh, he's typing. So let's see what he says. Oh, wow. Yeah, we just lost him completely. It just switched over to just me. He's like, yeah, rebooting. You guys get me in double view. Means he dropped off of our Zoom meeting that we use. But yeah. What can we talk about while we're waiting for him? Yeah, the weather in Florida wasn't bad. Oh, I think he just texted me again. Either my computer crashed or debumped something. Okay, so it wasn't even weather. It was he think it was either his computer crashed or Dresden hit something. So um I'm gonna say okay, thought it was weather. Uh um but yeah, so we can get into some stuff here. I was just drinking some of the honey barrel. Um I'm all out now, but the honey barrel bourbon from um Dragon's Milk. Um Saw it today and I posted this on um the Discord channel, which if you are a subscriber here on Twitch, you get access to our Discord channel. You just got to link them together. And it's a subscribers only Discord channel. And you get to hang out with me. You talk with me and Russ and other people from the Tavern Knights cast. But the Dragon's Milk, well, New Holland announced that some new Dragon's Milks are coming out later this year. They are, well, one, the Dragon Turtle's been spotted again. So that'll be coming back out. That's the coconut rum barrel aged Dragon's Milk. That'll be coming back soon. I think that's coming back I think all of this is coming out in October. Or that one, I don't know that they said when. Let me look. You know what? I've got it right here. No, just coming soon is the coconut rum barrel, Dragon Turtle. But there's going to be the D20 Brew 3rd edition comes out in October. So the new beer that they're doing with Dungeons and Dragons, it'll be their third one, 3rd year in a row. And then they're also in October coming out with their mead cask Origin. And it looks like that's going to be the Blue Dragon this year. The Black Dragon was last year. I still have a bottle of Black Dragon on my bar downstairs. I'm waiting to crack it. It was one of the best bourbons I've ever had in my life. When I tasted it, it was so good and so much going on. So just so rich and so many flavors. Really, really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to this one. I never got the Red Dragon, which was the first one that they did. So I think they're doing all the evil dragons for this. I'm not sure which dragon they're doing for the D20 brew. It might be the bronze dragon. They did the gold dragon originally, and then they did the silver dragon last year. So I'm wondering if they're going to do the bronze dragon this year. But you got the silver dragon. PD, he's gonna crack it at his fantasy draft. That's cool. I actually have to re-up my fantasy league. I haven't even relaunched it yet. I've been so busy, and between that and I'm not completely sucking at fantasy baseball this year. So my team has stayed mostly healthy. I mean, I lost Boyd for a while, but he's back now. So and it looks like we have a Russ back.
Sorry about that, guys. I think I might have like maybe a tentative power, like I think my plug for my computer is real sensitive, and I think Dresden bumped it because this happened once before when I was gaming, and Dresden got under my desk by my feet, and I think he bumped something, and my computer completely like crashed. And I was like, this just the same thing just happened again. And then when I was rebooting, and then I went down to check the cords, and then I had to reboot again. So yeah, I think that's what's going on. I need to double check, make sure everything's plugged in well.
That's okay. They got to listen to me ramble on about the New Holland beers that are coming out. So
all right, get a little break.
So yeah, so that was my week though. So how was yours?
Well, my last 2 weeks were hot at work. Crazy things going on at work.
I'm betting it was hot in Ohio too.
Yes, it was. So we did. We were doing a bunch of stuff at work. We got all the floats out, for the fourth and everything, and then we've gotten into the work for, um, oh, good, Stella's home. Got into the work for the new floats now we're working on for Thanksgiving. And I mean, we're getting into the zoo. We got some more art for the Corwell float, so that's great. So we're moving along on production, but it was really fucking hot last week, and so there was a lot of us, like some of us just couldn't handle it. Some of the artists were like, "Nope, I'm taking the day because it's 101 in the fucking studio," which is totally fine. Go the
Yeah.
fuck home.
Well, between that and the smoke that was
Right. And
coming
then
through.
this week we had, of course, as everybody knows, we were going to be besieged by smoke coming from Canada. No, he can't be in here right now. No, he can't be. Close the door. He made my computer have to reboot. Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, guys. Anyway, yeah, of course, all of the smoke that came down from Canada caused, a lot of cancellations of a lot of things. Apparently, we had some of the worst weather or the worst
Air
air
quality.
conditions,
Yep.
air quality in the entire world for about 2 days,
Of
particularly Thursday
major
and
cities in the world. Yeah.
yeah, of major cities in the world in the last like Friday and Saturday or Thursday and Friday, I believe it was, some of the worst air quality in the world. Um, I had a huge gig or a big gig anyway. I went down to Ohio for Incarceration. That was this past weekend. It was quite successful. I saw a marked increase in our sales. We had it was body painting again, of course. I brought a friend of mine, my friend Shannon. It was our assistant. She was excellent. She was probably the reason why we were tipped so well, because she really kind of encouraged tipping because she was taking payment. It was really great. Um, sure, blame the dog. He did. Um, anyway, we had a great weekend. I got to see Disturbed. We heard Papa Roach because we were close enough to the stage we could hear everything. They did move us at first, and they moved me from where we were last year. And at first I was a little bummed because I'm like, oh, they moved us. But then when I see where they moved us, it was way better. They put us in a spot with much more traffic and much more what
Sorry, the dog ate Russ's internet.
they did. At least it caused a reboot. So, um, it was excuse me, gotta grab something on the floor here, but it was a great show. Incarceration is like, I mean, these rock shows, and I've talked about it before, they create a really just a fantastic community for everybody just to, jump in and enjoy themselves. Everybody's really cool. It's funny how some people are afraid of metalheads and rock fans, and it's just so silly because so many of these people at the shows are just generous and fun and awesome. And yeah, we just had a great time. If you guys want to see some of the things that we painted, you can check out my secondary Instagram page, the Tinsman's Chair. That's the TINTSMENS chair, all one word, the Tinsman's Chair, and that is showcasing my body painting and the other artists in my company. And it was a great time. We had a great time. But then came back and
So, all right, I'm putting it into the
yesterday.
chat, Russ. So it's and tell me tell me if that's right.
That is correct on Instagram, the Tinsman's Chair. And now I just have a lot of cleanup and because I got in and had to take care of some stuff around the house. Now I got to do basically details about cleaning up, and I got to start posting stuff on Instagram. And it's interesting, like
I got to get
how
back
I've
to
been
posting on Instagram.
Well, it's interesting how I've discovered, like there's a lot of work that goes into this kind of business, the work itself, which is fun, but a lot of the maintenance kind of work, you gotta post on Instagram, you gotta,
Mhm.
get people interested, you gotta let people know where you're gonna be. so that your fans or whatever, or the people following you, and also try and encourage the people that are that that run the shows you're going to can like spotlight you on their Instagram, so that kind of thing. So other people can be
Yep.
prepared,
Tell me
because
all
there's
about it.
some,
I'm
yeah,
doing the same thing right now, trying to promote my business. So
right. So that's the thing, and there's a lot of um, hello again, Jesus. There's a lot of events that you might think body painting would go over well, but if people don't know, there it is. If people don't know that you're going to have body painting at your event, they're not going to come prepared for it. During the
Mhm.
summertime, if you've got, you're wearing shorts and a t-shirt or whatever, you could pretty much, you could still take the shirt off or adjust things or whatever and be body painted. But if it's in the wintertime and you're in an indoor event, you've got body painting going on, you have to let people know that the body painter is going to be there so that people can come prepared for it. So as I've discovered. But like I said, again, it was a great time. We've got the next show we're going to be doing is going to be in Louisville, Kentucky again. It's called Louder Than Life, and that's in September. So I have a little bit of more time to prep for that. But I mean, it's coming up quick, and I've got Ren Fair coming up. I've basically got, I think, like 2 weeks, 2 weekends, maybe 3 weekends before I am going to have to like really buckle down because I got a lot of crap coming up. And it's starting to stress me out a little bit. I've got let's see, this weekend, next weekend. I've got about 3 weekends because the 8th, and then I believe Ren Fair starts the weekend of the 15th of
no, it's
August.
the next weekend, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, I was just talking with Alexandra, and it starts late. It's not till like the.
Yeah, it's weird because every like this is one of those rare years where August has 5 weeks, technically. Well, it's got 4 full weeks, and then it's got like 3 extra days, and whatever. So yeah, it's got 5 weekends. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's got 5 weekends,
Yeah,
and
it starts.
the first is a
It starts.
Saturday.
Yeah, it starts August 22nd,
Okay, good. So I've got like 4 weeks basically.
and runs till October 4th.
Whew, yeah, this is a late year for Ren Fair this year. This is
But it can be really nice though at the end. That I mean,
No, I'm just saying this is one of those rare years where the
yeah,
festival runs very, quite a bit later into October.
yeah. But I mean, it's still that it's by setting it that late. It's still the third weekend is Labor Day weekend because Labor Day is as late as it can possibly be this year.
Right. That's the thing. They always like to have Labor Day to be the third weekend. And but like I said, it's just weird because sometimes we start the second weekend of October, or I mean of August. Sometimes it's the third week of October. This year it's the fourth weekend. Very rare does this happen.
Yeah, CD, I do think the one in Wisconsin is earlier. I think it's just before and kind of overlaps by a week or two, I believe.
Oh yeah, Bristol. Well, no, Bristol overlaps about half the season.
Oh, does it?
Because Bristol ends on Labor Day weekend. So yeah, we usually get, and it's going on. I believe it's going on like it's going on right now. Or it should be.
Orf starts right like the last weekend of.
No, Orf starts Labor Day weekend.
Does it? I didn't think it started that early.
Orf overlaps us.
Okay.
I believe it starts. Yeah.
I thought it was late, but maybe not.
It's
been a long time since we went there.
Yeah, what a time.
It was a good time. It's a good fair. I don't usually say good things about Ohio, but
well, I
enjoyed their fair.
My opinions of Ohio are starting to improve at least a little bit. They have at least two really good, heavy metal, hard rock music festivals that I highly recommend. Sonic Temple in May in Columbus, and Incarceration in July. And it was, I mean, like I said, really great.
Ohio goes till November 1st this year.
Okay. Because where it is in Ohio, it stays a warmer for just a little bit longer.
Not really. It's Columbus. It's really not that far down.
Wasn't it longer?
No, it's
Where is it?
it's like between Columbus and Cincy. It's really not.
I could have swore because that was the thing though. When you and I
It's
went,
just south of Columbus.
When you and I went, I remember this distinctly. When you and I and Kelly and Sky went, we had we went after the Michigan Festival was over, obviously, because I was working MRF. And I remember us going to, and so it was like mid-October, and it was relatively warm. It was a much warmer day than it was in Michigan.
I guess it's a little closer to Cincy than it is to Columbus, but
yeah, because it's a good 300 miles.
It's between Dayton and Cincy. I mean, it does stay a little bit warmer.
Yeah.
In that area, because I mean that's about equal with that's a little bit north of Louisville.
Right. So it was
about equal with Indy.
Yeah, and that's why they can go till end of October.
Well, it's quite a bit north of Louisville.
Because it stays because southern Ohio definitely stays a little warmer longer than Michigan does. So I was just.
But I would rather it be like in the 60s than the 80s for fair, because those costumes are fucking hot.
They are very warm. I've been wearing them for a long time.
I know.
And
I'd like to be able to wear some of my nicer stuff, the stuff that I can't get. I'd like to have like one of those leather vests and all that stuff, like the Pendragon vest.
Oh yeah.
But I'm like, I will die if I wear one of those on a standard, on a standard day, unless I can get that granddad bod where I can go shirtless with just the vest. But right now, ain't nobody need to see all that.
No, nobody's seeing that. Yeah, I don't do it either. I don't go shirtless voluntarily. And so what are you drinking?
You want that? You want that? It's OnlyFans.
Yeah. Did you already talk about what you're drinking? Because
no,
I didn't.
Really I talked about it a little bit, but not what I'm actually drinking tonight. So tonight I'm drinking. Oh wait, that beautiful koozie that it's in right now. It's let me get that out of there. Keeping it nice and cold. Tonight I'm actually drinking something I've had before. It's been a while since I've actually had it on a show, but I picked some up yesterday on my way over to Paulie's because I wanted something a little different. Still an IPA, but it is Zombie Dust from Three Floyds out of Indiana. This is one of my favorite IPAs. I really like this one a lot. I like the artwork too. It's kind of cool. And I've got another one here. Oh, it's in another koozie. Look at that. Jesus Nerds with Christ. Alcohol koozie. You can find that on the
like
website.
that one. I like that one. That's great.
And I got one more just in case. Oh, and it's a different koozie. It's the Drinking Nerds koozie. Look at that. But yeah, you can this one was popular
all the
last
fairs
night.
have turkey legs.
Yeah,
all the fairs have turkey legs.
This one was really popular last night. One of the guys is like, "Did you make that?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah, I'm selling them on my website." And he's like, "What's your website? I will buy some." So I gave him my card. So
who said this?
Taco, one of the guys at gaming last night. All right, at Magic. So but anyway, this is an IPA from Three Floyds, not to be confused with Zombie Killer. Because Zombie Killer actually got a negative review one time, or B Nectar did, because someone was told they were getting Zombie Killer and was told it was a cherry cider, and they served them Zombie Dust, and they're like, this tasted like shit. It didn't taste like cherries at all, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, But this is 6.5% ABV, so it's a little bit less than like Two Hearted. It's got a great hop flavor. It's not juicy at all, and it's not hazy. It does have like a tropical notes on the nose, but it doesn't come off that way. It doesn't come off as that like super sweet. I'm not sure what hops they use, but I'm guessing it's Centennial is in there. It may be the same as Two Hearted, really, and that may be why I like it so much. This intensely hopped and gushing undead pale ale will be one's only respite after the zombie apocalypse. Created with our marvelous friends in the comic industry, art by Tim Seeley.
Oh, that's cool.
Um,
Tim Seeley did the art. That's great.
yeah. But yeah, I really like this. This is a 4.5 out of 5. I truly, it's one of my favorite IPAs. If you can find it, one of these days I will get down to Three Floyds to check them out. Hopefully I can get tickets one day to Dark Lord Days, and go down there and check out that party because I've heard it's great. The name is Zombie Dust CD. I kind of glare there. Zombie Dust. And it's got the zombie on it, right? Oh, like stupid light. But yeah, really good. Like it a lot. So let's see. What do we? I missed some of the ones that we got in here because you were gone when they were talking about them. Let me see. Let me scroll back a little bit. Where's all the so CD has There Will Be Pert. Jules Deluxe Smoothie, 6.1%, 4.5 out of 5. Drecker Brewing Company, true to the long label. It's a really good strawberry orange banana smoothie in a can.
Sweet, creamy, and thick. But it's an alcoholic smoothie.
Well, it's a beer.
Oh, it's a beer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he just posted that actually.
Yeah, he reposted it. Looks like.
Okay, cool.
Cool. All right. Well, that's cool. Very cool.
Yeah. All right. So, what do we want to get into first?
Well, I mean, Trump just continues to do
oh my god, dude,
unhinged shit. So like, I mean, they drained the reflecting pool. They showed there was no cut. Nobody made any kind of long cut.
No, but there were tire marks.
But there were tire marks. There was damage to the pool because he let tanks and/or these.
Well, no, his motorcade.
Motorcade, that's what it was. The motorcade drove over it. So there's tire tracks.
Because he wanted to drive through it.
Yeah, that was really great. He drove the carpool through it. Yeah. No, he says, yep, it's a milkshake thing. So anyway. So he continues to do stupid unhinged shit. He's been bombing the hell out of Iran again. They're saying that I was reading that apparently Republicans are freaking out that he's not going to be able to get out of this war. Well,
no, he won't. We're gonna be worse off than when we started.
Because of him, and they've been bombing the hell out of the place for 10 years or 10 days, and he is tanking his ability for the Republicans to maintain their majority. So which is great. I'm happy about this. So yeah, I think Lindsey Graham, of course, I don't think we did the show before since he had died. So that was awesome. Lindsey Graham passed away. I am completely yeah. I don't necessarily always want to toast the death of somebody, but good Lord, that guy, he was screaming.
When we finally get the official word on Mitch, I'm going to do the same thing.
Yeah. And if when Mitch McConnell dies, I mean, although I did
when they fucking stop hiding.
Yeah, when they stop hiding.
I don't believe he's alive.
Yeah, that
proof of life thing was bullshit.
That looked like so much AI. It was ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, because one, he's dressed normal. Two, he looks younger than he has in the last 6 months. And,
grinning like an idiot.
Yeah, and there were no monitors or anything hooked up to him in a hospital bed.
Right. They tried to. We gotta put a new newspaper in there so people think. Now they said that it's probably not AI. It's probably just old school Photoshop. That's what they were predicting because it has looked. It does. they ran it through some filters basically, and they're like, it comes back 86% for sure. It has been adjusted, computer somehow adjusted by the computer. There was also people were I saw somebody post a picture. It was a different picture of him and his wife, but it was the same picture. Basically they took an old picture of him and his wife, and um,
Yeah, hasn't she been in China the whole time too?
she had been in China, yes, for a while. So I don't know what's going on, but it's pretty shady. There's also talk about the fact that maybe his sister, I think it's his sister, could be. Was it either him or Lindsey Graham? No, it was Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham's wife, I think it is, or sister. No, Lindsey Graham,
Lindsey Graham's sister
sister,
was named
because he
to
was not
take his
married.
seat. Yeah.
Was named to take his seat.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
of course Lindsey Graham wasn't married.
No, of course
Dude was
not.
gay as hell.
Gay as hell. I mean, he has been.
Dude set off my gaydar.
Yeah, no. He was. I mean, there's a couple of people have come out since he died saying now that they finally feel safe enough to say anything, that they had he had definitely had gay relations with had
And you know what?
relations with men.
If that's what he wanted, more power to him.
More
I got
power
no
to him.
problem with that.
Right? No, me neither. But my problem was the fact that he was a hypocrite.
Hypocrite,
Like, he was
yeah.
a gay hating hypocrite.
Yep.
And he worked doggedly to destroy destroy rights for gay Americans. So fuck that guy. Fuck that guy with a pineapple in the ass in hell. And I will be very happy to say the same thing about Mitch McConnell. So we shall see. What else? So yeah, Donald Trump is continuing to do ridiculous unhinged shit. But we don't want to dwell too much on that stuff.
Michigan
Instead,
primaries are in 2 weeks.
Yes. So guys, be sure to get out there.
And yeah, I will be definitely going out and voting.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing with the Democratic Party, they are fucking ripping themselves apart right now because progressives, well, Democratic socialists are winning primaries, and a bunch of the moderates, aka bought and paid for politicians, are up in arms because it's going to destroy the party and blah blah blah. I'm like, no, that's not what the Democrats are about. No, that's exactly what they're supposed to be about.
Mm-hmm.
What you say you're about. They're just actually trying to do what they say they're going to do.
Correct. So,
I am CD. That El Sayed has got my vote.
Yeah.
I heard some people on MS Now this morning talking about the Michigan race and how El Sayed they shouldn't vote for him. I know Haley Stevens, and she's the right choice for the Democratic Party in Michigan, and blah blah.
There's a lot of people saying that's not the case. Yeah,
I'm like, no, she's a bought and paid for politician, just like all of your mainstream politicians.
Yep, exactly. So, but anyways, we should move on because I don't want to dwell too much on that shit. So yes, Spider-Man coming out in a couple of weeks. We're actually in a week and a half.
Week in 2 days.
Week and 2 days. So we'll be covering that extensively, I'm sure, after we see it.
Yep.
We'll avoid spoilers.
We'll see if we get the same reaction from it that we did from Deadpool and Wolverine, which I think was the last one we went and saw on.
That was the last one, yeah. That was the last one
where we walked out and actually filmed a short video right there that was just basically us going, "Go fucking see the movie.
Go fucking see it. Go fucking see it."
And one guy, had somebody from over on the side yell out, "Go see the fucking movie!"
Yeah, it was great. So, but I guess to get into a couple of things, we're going to talk a little bit about, of course, the Doomsday trailer, but I don't want to get into that just yet. We have, I did have come across some information, which is a bit of a bummer, because I am still a big proponent of physical games. Now, a couple of weeks ago, actually on July 1st, PlayStation Review, PlayStation did announce that after 28, starting in 28, they will no longer be making physical games. This really bums me out a lot. because it's I am a big fan, as you can see, of physical media, and I still like the being able to buy a game, even though when you buy a game, it almost is immediately updated. I still very much enjoy buying physical games for my consoles. Now, of course, we've been playing, PC hasn't had physical games for PCs in probably at least 15 years, but at the very least. But I for console gaming, it's a little bit different. I think people still like having the physical games, and the response to PlayStation making that announcement has been overwhelming. I mean, they the CD-ROMs that you could buy, the DVD ROMs, Blu-ray ROMs, whatever that you could buy for the PlayStation 5 have been selling out everywhere. People are buying them in response to the idea that they won't be making discs anymore, and they want to continue to play discs on their PlayStation, and the fact that the PS6 will more than likely not have a disc drive. I think I don't like that idea either, because if it does remain, if backwards compatibility does remain intrinsic into the game, I would like to continue to play my disc-based games. Um, uh, so let me see, let me pull it back up here. Uh, Switch 2, no, Witcher 2, here it is. So, a new PlayStation report is bad news for fans fighting for the future of physical games. It says here, according to Matt Piscatella of Circana, which is a company that tracks sales data for video games in the United States, only 7 video games on PlayStation platforms have sold more than 100,000 physical units up until this point in 26. When looking at more recent data, Piscatella also revealed that for the week of July 5th, only 2 PlayStation games sold more than 10,000 copies physically in this span. The numbers are quite dismal, to say the least, and essentially validate that physical game sales are lower than ever before. With this in mind, it's easy to see why PlayStation has opted to forego releasing physical games as a whole beginning in 28. Digital sales have started to greatly surpass those of physical games, with those who are still buying their games in a physical capacity being very small in number. The savings that PlayStation could make by ending the production of physical games surely outweighs the revenue that it makes from games being sold in this manner, which is why it's not looking to go to an all digital ecosystem. See, now my question is, if they're going to save money on not making the physical discs anymore, are we going to see an increased, you know, is that money going to go into the production of the games? Are the game designers going to get paid better? Is the price going to go down? I
Price won't
doubt
go
it.
down.
The price won't go down.
Prices never go down.
Mm-mm.
Prices
No.
go up and they never come back down.
That's not entirely true. There were a lot of price hikes on a lot of things during COVID. And then after COVID, some things did return back to
I don't think anything went
closer
back.
things.
Well,
No,
they,
I saw a
I
couple
don't think
things.
I don't think they went back to what they were pre-COVID.
They may
though.
not have gone back to what they were, but they did. Prices did come down on some things. Lumber eventually started to drop back down to be
It's still
a little
higher than it
closer
was
to what
before
it was.
COVID.
Still a little higher, but it's still it's pretty close to what it was before. I mean, hell, I even noticed like the makeup that I buy, the
CD's
body
right.
paint.
Nope, they shrunk the quantities and raised the prices. A lot of things that came back down, the quantity got smaller.
Okay. Well, I mean, one of my
That's what
my
they do with ice
examples-
cream all the time. The ice
Sure.
cream, the ice cream containers, the prices of ice cream haven't changed in a decade, but the containers have shifted sizes down 3
Sure.
times.
Oh yeah. Well, one of the things I noticed, like I said, the makeup company that I buy makeup from, during COVID or right after COVID, still during whatever it was, the prices were at least 20, at least 30, I think 30 to 35% higher. And but then after a while, they dropped it back down, and I think probably because they were starting to see a loss of profit, a loss of sales, they dropped it back down to maybe only about 10% more than it was before. before the COVID thing. So yes, prices can drop back down sometimes, but you're right for the most part that they don't tend to drop back down to original prices. So you're right. These video games we're not gonna see a drop in price, particularly when you see things like Grand Theft Auto 4 making costing $80 a game. I still say that if you're not getting a physical game, it shouldn't be as expensive. They're not spending the money on the disc. They're not spending the money on the packaging. They're not spending the money on the shipping. Why is the game more expensive? Why is it the same price? It should be at least a little bit cheaper. Show that. And if you're not going to make it cheaper, then make the games better. The game should be bigger. They should be more expansive. The graphics should be better. I don't know.
It
should
shouldn't have a
reflect that.
billion game-ending bugs in the first week.
Exactly. Things like that. Now, I when you bring that up, I mean, that's reflective of like mistakes that were made because of the games being pushed out too soon. We're
Dude,
seeing
okay, I don't want to hear that on Cyberpunk, because Cyberpunk, they had 45 minutes of gameplay out 2 years before they actually released the game.
Oh yeah, for sure. It was. I mean,
So I don't buy that.
They
with
fucked
that one.
that game. They fucked that game up. That game, CD Projekt Red screwed the pooch on that game. Now, granted, they did, but thankfully they fixed it. They reversed course. There wasn't a cost on anything for any kind of like any kind of updates or anything until Phantom Liberty, which was damn near, wasn't really a fix. I mean, it did fix a lot of things too, but the game had been fixed by the time that came out. If anything, that game just really that expansion just improved the game overall.
Yeah, I still haven't gotten
And
to that. I should go back to playing.
oh, you really
Cyberpunk.
should. And then as well, like they honored, because people were fucking mad. They honored all of the returns, like people that were like, "Nope, I want my money back." And they honored that. The funny thing is probably a lot of people that were like, "I want my money back," later on rebought the game because because eventually it got to the point where it became a 4.5 out of 5 stars kind of game, and became award winning and everything. I don't think we'll ever see something like that happen again. Not on a AAA game like that, because the industry, I think, really learned its lesson.
Yeah. So Renee posted or said in chat, because capitalism, Russ, maximum profits for as cheap as possible.
Yep. Nope. Renee, you're absolutely right.
Quality means nothing now, only quantity and profits. And to an extent, I understand that. But I will tell you now, as someone who is just starting a small business, I don't want to be like that. I don't. I'm not looking to maximize profits, things like that. I actually want to. I was going to talk with you and Paulie. We'll talk offline, but about seeing if you guys are interested in doing artwork for me.
Oh, sure.
I mean, not for free, obviously, but we'll talk. We can talk about that.
Sure.
For doing games, because I don't want to use AI art. I want
No.
actual artists. I want actual artists. Like, I'm going to Etsy looking for stuff, and it's all fucking AI generated art. I'm like, I'm going there looking for people that are actually selling their art, and they're not.
Yeah, there's a lot of shitty AI artists or AI people that learn how to use the AI generators and are trying to pass it off.
Well, they're like, oh, this was AI, AI, and then I adjusted it or something like that. I edited it.
Yeah, thankfully Pinterest
AI
has
assisted. That's what
AI
it is.
assisted, and thankfully Pinterest does have a lot of that. It has to carry that label. If it's AI assisted or if you used AI at all, you have to carry the label. I think even probably Pinterest has an algorithm that probably identifies it as AI art, because if you know what to look for, it's easy to define it. I was finding I've been discovering it's been coming up in my feed a few times in Facebook, like these like Facebook pages where they're creating AI content of like a sexy orc walking down the street and interacting with a sexy elf, And they're based off of the designs of characters from World of Warcraft. And I've watched a couple of these little short, clips, and they look amazing. They look great, but they also it's very evident that it's AI,
Mm-hmm.
and particularly if you know what to look for. It's and the dialogue is obviously AI written because it's an AI generated thing where it's trying to be funny or it's trying to be whatever, and it's just fucking stupid. Um, I have to admit, I have looked at some of the videos because I mean they're impressive. As an artist, I've been like, man, this is really, really, really wild. What about the AI actress who is having a movie made? Exactly, that's another thing, Tellison. The people are abusing this AI, but the thing is we are starting to see a blowback. I saw some kind of thing as well, like um, that
AI me some
apparently,
cheese curds.
apparently that'd be interesting. Apparently, I think some of the companies that AI like I wish I had saved it. That AI depends on, and some of these other like smaller companies or whatever are failing or not. They're failing to. Um,
I can do that, CD. You won't want to eat them, but I
it's
can
just
3D
like I
print some
said.
cheese curds.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
It'd be a little
Anyway,
crunchy.
we're starting to see some blowback from all of these data centers and this AI, this push for AI, because these companies, they jump into this AI, extreme AI. You know, we're seeing these companies jump into this new technology so quickly that they don't wait to see how sustainable it necessarily is. And although I think AI is here to stay, we're going to see it a lot in nerd curds. Nice. Nice. CD, that's yours. Nerd curds. It's nerd curds, Chris. Nerd curds. Um,
I'm gonna make them.
but I think that's what we're seeing
They'll
is
be on the
we're,
website.
we're seeing too many we're seeing too many of these companies jump in like with both feet when it comes to some of this technology before it's been vetted,
And
before it's been proven to work
yeah,
correctly and
so
everything.
let's talk about this because we don't talk about tech a lot on here. That's one of the one of the few nerd topics we really don't
Oh,
talk about a lot.
speaking of, I had
But
another. After we're done with this, I got another
yeah,
tech
well,
thing.
and we're kind of getting off on a tangent because I had something else about physical media that I had heard too. But anyway, the along with AI is coming this need for these data centers everywhere,
Mm-hmm. Yes,
which is driving up prices for things like RAM for computers
correct.
and things like that. So it's like I can't even afford to rebuild my computer right now because RAM is so outrageously fucking expensive.
Yep,
Um and but now we're starting to see pushback from the public on it
correct.
to the point where there was one, I think it was in Florida, I was just hearing got fucking canceled by the government there. The
Mm-hmm.
local
Mm-hmm.
government went, oh, I was right outside Mar-a-Lago, actually. It was in
Yeah.
Palm Beach County,
Well, part of
Florida.
it
That's
is
what it was.
too. Part
And
of it down there is because of the water too. They're very
well,
afraid of the water, because it takes a lot of
yeah.
fresh
Well,
water.
that's why I don't want them here in Michigan.
No,
I don't want them
exactly.
using the Great Lakes water.
No,
Fuck
me
you.
neither. And because that's the other thing. There are other ways to cool these cooling centers. There's other ways to keep these computers cool, but they refuse. They don't want to use them because just running fresh water through this, the system to keep it cool is cheaper. That's the cheapest way to do it.
Mm.
But if they were to use like, I don't know, Freon or whatever else, or some of these other gases or whatever that they can use, these cooling systems that you can use, they just refuse to do that because it's more expensive.
Yeah.
And I mean,
But
I guarantee
but yeah,
if they created a data center and they made a point of saying this one does not use water or it uses 5% or 10% of the water that a normal one uses, the public would be like, all right, fine, put it up. It's one of the biggest problems that they're having is, yes, they don't like that it's taking up a lot of, supplies
you know,
for computers. It's the water.
Yeah. Well, it's
That's
also
what's really pissing
one of the
people
other
off.
things is what Wings just brought up, which is what I was going to do. Is data centers are designed to eliminate jobs. They bring no benefit to the
Correct.
community.
Quite
And
correct.
now that one of the things they were saying was on the news when I was hearing this, there was like they don't generate any jobs. Well, that's not true. They do generate
No,
some jobs, but
like
they don't
10.
generate. But they don't generate a lot of jobs. They
Correct.
for the impact that they have on the area and the environment and everything around them, they don't
Mhm.
that doesn't equate to the number of jobs that they create
Correct.
to make it
They're
feasible.
gonna what are you gonna have? Maybe a dozen people working in the
Yeah,
building
yeah, outside of
maintaining the
construction,
computers.
like CD said, yeah,
Right.
outside of construction,
Outside of construction.
there's not much there's very few. There'll be some security guards. You'll have a
Right.
team of security guards, which are probably outsourced,
Yep.
and you'll have an IT team that
Right.
is on site that is managing everything and
Right.
doing connections and stuff. But you'll probably have on a huge data center, you've probably got maybe, I would guess, just going by what I'm thinking right now, if it's do, 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 I would guess probably less than 30 people total that would work there.
Mhm.
And that's covering 24/7, 365.
Yeah. And they'll need security platoons soon enough. You're right, because people are gonna start bombing the shit out of those places. And yeah, and
Dude,
Renee's also
there's a
correct.
data
They
center in
benefit the
Grand
rich.
Rapids, the
Yeah.
pyramid where
Mhm.
one of my former companies had a colo. You walk in and the guard is armed. He has a bulletproof vest on. He's got an AR-15 right there at his side.
It's absolutely ridiculous why he would need something like that,
Well, it's
because
it's a
people hate them so
it's a
much.
tier 5 data center. It has government
Oh, okay.
things there. That's why.
Sure. Mhm.
Those actually do have armed guards.
Yeah. But it's and yeah, it's ridiculous because that's the thing. And AI, AI generated, you know, bots that can replace call center people, two-man maintenance crews, 3 shifts. Yeah, that's all they're
Yeah.
gonna need.
And yeah, CD, because rich people need to be more rich. We don't have rich people anymore. We have dragons.
Yeah, correct. Correct. Because the majority of those rich people are just hoarding the money.
Yep.
They may make the occasional charitable donation because it looks good on their tax return, but they're really just hoarding the money more than anything else. I was telling a friend of mine the other day, if we had a flat tax across the board, it's been bandied about in the government. If everybody across the board just paid 10% of their income,
Yeah,
10%.
you could actually lower the tax rate for most people.
You could lower the tax rate for most people if everybody across the board, including the billionaires, including the millionaires, including the people that are making $500,000 a year, and everybody across the board just paid 10%. That's including me and you and everybody else. We would have enough money, probably more than likely, to lower the deficit. Now, I'm also talking about corporations, because there are a lot of corporations that pay
Yep.
zero fucking income tax, or very zero taxes, not income. They wouldn't pay income taxes because it's a corporation. But these corporations need to pay taxes as well. If they were to pay taxes, we would more
Well,
than
you
likely
still
have
pay
enough
income
money.
tax as a corporation. You just it's different
It's
structure,
some
but
other kind of tax. It's probably not
it's
income tax.
corporate taxes. But yeah,
Corporate taxes. Yeah,
it's the equivalent for corporations.
right.
Now, for
You
me,
know,
mine, because I'm a single owner LLC, mine actually just flows right through to my regular taxes.
right. Sure. So you have an LLC for
Yeah,
nerds. What is it?
drinking nerds.
Nerds,
Yeah,
drinking nerds. Yeah.
yeah.
So I don't have an LLC. I have a DBA, as for Top Hat Studios. But as this company continues to develop, I'm going to probably have to get an LLC
Dude,
and
it's
stuff like
easy.
that.
A single owner LLC is super easy to set up.
Yeah, I have probably a dual ownership, but still,
But yeah, you can do that too. It's a
how
partnership
much did
LLC.
how much did it cost you?
Not much. I think it was less than $50.
Oh wow, okay, great. So
Most
Carl
of the
Carl
filing stuff is
Arnold,
free.
yeah.
The
So yeah, so
name registration was the only thing that I think I had to pay for.
okay. So yeah, it is these data centers, I think, are going to blow back. They're going to create. There's going to be problems. They're going to run. There's going to be supply chain problems for the computers. And that is until somebody develops a new kind of computer that doesn't need all of the same technology. Um,
Oh, Wing said that they just announced that a robot has completed a 24-hour shift organizing packages.
Yes, I did see some other stuff like they now they one of the robotics companies showed this new robot that was like doing flips and kicks and was basically was copying the
Well,
movements of a
Boston
mass
Robotics
of
has
a
had that forever.
yeah, but I mean crazy amount like emulating the movements of a master martial
Skynet is
artist
coming,
and
man.
gymnast. Um,
You
and
want Skynet? That's how
apparently
you get Skynet.
that's how you get Skynet. Apparently, the orders for this robot have already topped over $100 million. Now, I don't think we're going to see these robots replace the workforce yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing them at the very least as, I mean, we're already seeing them as like kitschy, you know,
There's
not exactly toys, but devices that rich people are going to have because it's going to
they're
entertain them and
they're
other
talking
people. But
about people coming out. They're talking about
soldiers.
coming out with uh household robots.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We're
I, s-
still a ways away. I think we're
I
still
said
a
I
good
said I
5
said
to 10 years away from
I said I
from
said yeah, I'll get one. I'm going to name it Rosie.
that. Yeah. I think we're still a good 5 to 10 years away from that. But this technology is growing so fast. If the robotics continue to grow, and the AI filters continue and whatnot continues to grow, we're gonna have
So
robotic servants pretty soon.
we're getting to the point where robotics is getting to the point where the Google AI that is already sentient and just sitting there
Mm-hmm.
waiting is gonna it's just waiting for the robots to get just that little bit better, and as soon as they do, bam, humans are
Mm-hmm.
done.
Done. We'll have the Matrix. And it's crazy. I saw so the other technology there was tell me what else you had read about physical media
Oh,
before I
so
get
so
into
what
this.
I had heard about physical media, I actually just heard this on the news today. They were talking about CDs specifically
Mm-hmm.
and how CDs, while as a media source, they are pretty much they're mostly dead. They're making a huge comeback. They've never gone away because
Mm-hmm.
now people are treating them like vinyl. They're collectibles. That a lot of people who are but like I think it was they
Well, you
said
can still buy a CD player.
Taylor Swift put out like 8 different CD versions
Yeah.
of her latest
Mm-hmm.
album.
Yeah.
And because they're collectibles now.
Yeah, correct.
And
I've saw that one of the K-pop bands did the same thing.
yeah,
They
and
did
they
like a
said that most of the people that are buying these don't even have CD
CD
players.
players. Yeah. Yeah, you can buy a CD player. They're actually not that expensive. You can pick up a cheapy CD player, which is a little like a
Oh
little
yeah.
boombox kind of thing. Um, I
Well,
think,
you can
and that's the other thing.
you can pick up a cheapy Blu-ray player now too, but
Yeah, exactly. You can also, a 4K player still will run you, a little bit more, like
still under
upwards of
$200.
$200 for a 4K player on the low end.
Less than.
Less than $200.
I was seeing
I
them for
think we
like
were
100
talking about this in the
160.
last show.
Yeah, and I looked them up and they were like 160, 180.
Yeah, on the low end, you can get some little bit better ones, but I still think the
4K is
4K ones
4K.
are a little more expensive. The Blu-ray, you could get a Blu-ray player for less than $100.
Yeah.
I think the 4K ones were still a little more expensive. Um,
And maybe look
anyway,
it up again.
yeah. The thing about it is
180
before
bucks at Walmart.
for 4K.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
4K Ultra
So,
HD Blu-ray player.
yeah, cool.
You can
Which
get
means
at Best Buy you can get the Panasonic
right,
4K Blu-ray player for 400 or 550.
right. Which means that thing will play every other kind of disc-based thing. So it'll play DVDs.
You can get a
it'll play
4K
Blu-rays.
Blu-ray burner for 58.64.
I think I might need to do that pretty soon.
Walmart.
Because that's the thing. That's the other thing that people would be particularly before PlayStation had announced that they were going to do this. Because that's the thing. A lot of people use their PS5s as a Blu-ray and 4K player. That's what I do. Now, before all these announcements were made, they were talking about that a lot of people had talked about or companies were saying that there's been an increase in sales in Blu-rays and 4Ks because people are getting madder and madder and more frustrated with the streaming services and the fact that they don't have access to their to some of the things that the movies and shows that they want to watch because they keep moving them around, or they
They keep
keep,
moving them
you know,
around,
it
and
it drops off of
they
Netflix and
keep
it goes to
jumping prices up.
right. It drops off of Netflix and it goes to fucking Paramount, or it drops off of
So,
Paramount and it goes to Peacock, or it
yep.
drops off of Peacock and it goes to someplace else.
Yep. So
You know,
I cut the cord to save money, and at the time I
right?
did.
Hmm.
Now I pay more than I did for cable.
Yeah, I'm paying about, I pay, I think I'm ridiculous. I pay like $150 a month for cable, and I think it's 146 or something like that for my cable, just
Ju-
for my internet.
Yeah, just my
And then I'm
internet is
paying,
144 right now. It's
right, and I'm
ridiculous.
paying probably at least probably close to like 75 or $80 on all of the streaming services I get,
I'm
because
way over that. I'm close to 200, I think, on my
well,
streaming.
you also pay for, you don't pay for, you pay to keep the commercials away. I just pay for the basic.
I pay to keep the commercials away, and I pay for live TV on Hulu,
Hmm. But
which is basically
it's
having cable.
right. This shit is getting ridiculous. It's um I I I'm just I'm hoping that we see this return to physical media, at least for like shows and movies and stuff, because there are still some things that I would love to buy that have not been released on physical media, like Young Justice. I've got a couple of seasons of that, but the last like 2 seasons were not released on Blu-ray because they just went directly to Prime, I believe it was, or no, on they're on HBO Max.
HBO, yeah.
Yeah, but things like Vox Machina or Invincible and things like that, I would imagine those will probably be released on physical media when the shows are done. Um, but the fact it's bringing up questions about ownership, and that's the other thing that the loss of the PlayStation video games are going to have to address. People are tired of paying for something that they're essentially renting when they're like, no,
Yes.
this is something I need to own. I want to own it. And they keep saying, no, 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 no. Well, who says, who owns what? Who owns whatever? No, no, no. If I pay $60 or $70 or $80 for a video game, I want to know that I own it. And that's the thing. We experiences that as well. Their PlayStation used to sell movies where you could buy on the PlayStation Network. You could buy movies. Now they stopped doing it, but they still existed. They still had a catalog of the movies you had bought. They've recently dropped off over 500. I think it was 551 movies dropped off of their their catalog. So all of the people that owned those movies, did they get refunded? No, they didn't. They just lost all of that shit, all of those movies. So if you had, if you bought 10 movies at $20, you just lost $200. So fuck that. And that's one of the reasons why I still refuse to buy movies digitally. I buy games digitally on my computer because that's the only way they're available. I have bought a couple of games digitally on the PlayStation Network, but I prefer to buy the disc. And Xbox is making it so you can get it if you have the disc. Yeah, see, that's something else. Xbox is at least jumping on and saying they're trying to create some kind of library, I guess, system for, I believe, so that you can, show that you have the game. And like, I mean, honestly, that would be a big help if they allow me to create, because there's already a library system of games that you purchase. Like if I install a game into my PlayStation, it's registered that that game has at one time been installed on the PlayStation. Even if I delete it, it's still part of my library. I'll be happy to my the UPCs on the backs of all of my PlayStation games, and if I can continue to play them,
and prove that you own them.
prove that I own them, and if. So shit, if they could do that for my PS3 and 2 games that I still have downstairs, that would be fucking great. So my 4, 3, and 2. I don't know. So 3,100. Wow, Jeepo, 3,120 movies and TV shows. Fuck, I think he's got me beat. Jeepo, I think you have me beat.
We got a friend
That's
that he's got a
amazing.
he's got a Plex server set up that he just has a shit ton of movies and stuff on.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is because of, R. Um,
Because of
but
what? Oh, yeah, for sure.
that's the thing. So you get back to that. It's if I don't own it, then how is pirating bad?
Correct. Exactly. If I don't own it, then how can you you know uh, prosecute somebody for stealing, for pirating stuff, for downloading? And I mean, this is the question that they were solving or trying to solve with Napster in the 90s, and the streaming services, and with the beginning of that file sharing thing. So this is going to be interesting to see how this all kind of comes out in the wash later on. So to change the subject a bit, I did see a article. A friend of mine forwarded this on Instagram. So recently, a company has a patent and a prototype has been approved for a satellite or a satellite system that will go out into space. Obviously, that's what satellites do, and be able to provide daylight, or at least some amount of daylight, to areas of the world at night. It would basically be 4 times. They said it wouldn't be like as bright as like noon, but about 4 times as bright as a full moon night.
Why?
Well, there is some idea that, like in emergencies, like in places where there's been uh, some sort of tragedy, some sort of environmental disaster, if light can be shown on that area at night for disaster relief, and that's one of the things I think they pitched it, is like this could be used for that. But that this is also could potentially turn this into something where companies are like, oh no, we got to have our solar panels going 24/7. We got to be collecting power all the time. It'll turn into things where the ultra rich will be like, no, we're going to have this big event, so we want daylight shining on the city during this event, or at night or whatever. Or the situations where, I mean, it could also be used like, I'm guessing it would be also be incredibly expensive, but like at night, if there are people lost, and they're looking for like people that are lost in the wilderness or something like that, they could turn out, if they have a general idea where those people are, the satellite can shine this light down.
It's still a horrible idea.
I agree. It is a horrible idea. Um, so anyway, it is. Let me see if I can find it on. It was sent to me.
Wings agrees. That's a terrible idea. Environmentally, that's an awful idea.
It's an extremely bad idea. And thank you from the scientist in the group. And that was the other thing that was brought up. Environmentally, a bad idea because it will affect the wildlife and the
Yeah, it'll
animals,
fuck with the
and it'll
wildlife
fuck with them.
terribly.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. It was in my group Pray to Fools. I think Shadow. Gotta say some more detail. Oh, it was
There
a
you go,
video.
Tellison. If you focus the light and concentrate it, can you cause fires? Yeah, let's just start more wildfires. There we go.
Well, I don't think it'll be that hot. I don't think it'll be hot enough. But like I said, they've only approved the prototype. They want to send it up. The problem is they would send up, if this gets approved, they would send up something like 50,000 of these satellites that could redirect sunlight to certain places on the surface of the planet. The FCC is the one that has approved this. So, and that's the other question with this kind of technology. They're like, it would have to be like, who like
Yeah,
handles that?
why does
Who controls this?
Yeah, well, it's because it's satellites. It's the communications
Right.
that the FCC would control that, but they're not the
Mhm.
best choice for that.
Right. They're also saying that that many satellites up there, another 50,000. There's already a lot of satellites up there, but that kind of thing, plus this, it would create so much light
Give me a great
pollution.
big thing of Jiffy Pop and just Pointed at that.
Point it right there. It would create so much light light pollution that even in places like up north where where you can maybe see the stars,
Be sitting there looking
it,
at the stars, and all of a sudden,
it
bam! You got light in your eyes.
it's just haze. You'll see you wouldn't see the stars as much. They're also saying if you happen to catch one of those things through a telescope, it could hurt your eyes. I mean, this is just a really fucking bad fucking idea. Um, I could see it even being weaponized at some point. Who knows?
Oh hell yeah! Come on, Trump would be just a 24/7 light in Iran right now.
Yeah, like just screwing with people. Um, I am. It kind of flabbered my guests because I was just like, I'm like, this is
So
ridiculous. I've seen this kind of technology in sci-fi where it just fucks with people, and it just fucks up so much environmentally. I could see it like somehow somebody getting a hold of it, and maybe they direct like 10 of those satellites into one spot and just cook an entire like environment.
oh
Start
yeah,
forest fires. Look at
yep.
what happened in Canada.
So
I could just see that
actually,
becoming
that's
a
something.
huge problem.
That's actually something I want to talk about real quick. I know we weren't we've been talking off and on about a lot of different things, but the wildfires in Canada are a horrible thing right now. These are
Yep.
some massive fires, and yes, is it causing us grief? Yes, but you know what? Suck it up.
Suck it up, buttercups. Yeah.
I am so tired of hearing about, like, I heard that 4 of our Congress people wrote a letter to the Canadian Prime Minister saying, "Take care of these fires or we will."
Yeah. Or take care of the forests. You
Yeah,
failed in your maintenance of the forests. You know
yeah,
how much fucking forest land there is in Canada? Forest covers like 90% of that
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
country.
And the thing is that yes, CD, Canada often helps us fight our fires. They do. And that's
Yeah,
the
they
thing.
did. They dumped
And
water.
Trump,
They took water from Canada, flew it to California when they were having all those horrible
well, they
fires
got
that
a
were
giant
rolling
spigot.
through LA.
They got a
Yeah,
giant spigot
the
that they can
giant spigot,
yeah,
the
that
faucet.
yeah, the
Mhm.
faucet that, you just turn it.
Donald Trump talking about how he was going to go out to LA and turn on and direct the big
Yeah.
faucet. What the fuck is the matter with
So
him?
I didn't hear that at the time, but I
Yeah.
did see somebody say the same thing about that they posted like a Truth Social thing of Trump saying the same thing about redirecting the water to Ontario. And I'm
Hmm.
like, and the worst part of that was that when I read it, I thought it was real. That I should not believe that the president of the United States could say something so goddamn dumb. And yet I did. And then I looked it up and found out, oh no, he didn't say it about this, but he did say something very similar about the
Hmm.
forest fires in LA. It was ridiculous. But anyway, but yeah, I'm just this attacking Canada for something, for a natural disaster like this, where people are losing their lives, they're losing their homes, they're losing land. One
Oh
of
yeah,
the
there was an indigenous
Yeah, I was just gonna bring
community,
it up. Yeah, one of
completely
the first
destroyed.
peoples, that's
The
what they
first
call them,
people.
is the
Yep.
first peoples. One of the first peoples lost all of their land and had to evacuate by boat because they had no way to get out over land.
Right. They were a very remote area apparently, and there was no like uh uh no ways by road basically. It
Yeah,
was very remote. So yeah, it's fucking ridiculous, man.
absolutely ridiculous.
And
Um,
and
Go
I
ahead.
mean, what was wild, I will say one thing. I mean, it was wild to see. I mean, I was driving through this stuff on Thursday when I was driving to Ohio.
I
And
flew home in it.
I was thinking like maybe we're gonna have let's see, CD just posted something in the group about a solar tower. But
Yeah, well, that was a
I
while ago.
was it was like driving through constant fog, and it was incredible. I mean, I was a little concerned that it was going to have an effect on um on whether the concert was even going to go on. Thankfully, it did. There wasn't any. I mean, but they did talk about the fact that the air quality reached 1,000. They'd never seen these numbers before. Like it was like something negative. I would imagine that this was something that Renee had a lot to say about.
Yeah.
um, I'm interested to talk to her about it when I see her next. But it was the kind of weather. There was a kind of environment that there was like, stay in the house, do not go outside. It was funny how the government itself was basically saying, stay in the house, don't stay in the house and eat junk food, because we also can't eat fresh vegetables right now, or at least some of them, particularly lettuce.
Yeah, lettuce. They had a salad at work today. They brought in like salad for today was like the first day for all of our interns coming in. And um they had like or they had there was some big intern thing anyway. But they had uh food from Olga's, and a couple of the things that were there were these two big trays of salad, and I'm like, that scares me more than anything else right now. I'm like, I am not reading. I'm not doing that. You know what's never given me explosive diarrhea? Beer. I'll stick with beer.
Yeah. It's just it's absolutely ridiculous too. It was funny, like, I think it was Saturday, Ian checked because I brought Ian down with me down to Sonic Temple. Ian said that he goes, "Oh, great, the air quality has been relegated down to poor instead of like stay in your fucking house," you know? And I was like, "Oh, great! Instead of feeling like we just smoked a pack of Marlboro Reds, it'll feel like, yeah, we just smoked a pack of lights." It's like, yeah, that's about right. So it's I
Yeah,
swear to
hell, even
God.
today it was in the unhealthy for sensitive groups.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's gonna. They said that it could be. It's gonna be a while before the air like returns
Mhm.
to where it should be. You know. Um.
But anyway, a few more things. We're starting to get a little late here, so and I do want to talk about the trailer for Doomsday. So
Oh yeah, we absolutely have to talk
one of
about
the things for over the weekend was the World Cup finished up with honestly two amazing games over the weekend. England versus France was 6-4. I don't know that I've ever watched a game that had that much scoring in it. It was insane. England won, took third place. Then we had defensive the best defensive team I've ever seen in Spain playing against Argentina on Sunday, and Spain winning 1-0 in extra time. Absolutely an amazing game. Um, I I give props to Spain for sticking with it and playing a really good game. Argentina was extremely chippy, and I lost a lot of respect for them when I
What does
heard
that mean? Extremely chippy.
they were pushing, shoving.
Oh, I see.
They wound up going down to 10 men because of somebody got 2 yellow cards because of bad play, basically. Yeah, flopping. They were flopping like crazy. Um but
Okay.
what really got me was I didn't see this, but I heard about it afterwards that um the Argentinian team turned their backs to the Spanish team when they got their medals. And to me that's just fucking bullshit. That is
Mm.
the most poor sportsmanship you could ever show. It's disrespectful. I also heard that they tried starting a couple of fights after the game
Oh,
with some of
well,
the
that's
Spanish players.
unfortunate.
I'm like, that's just that's just poor being poor losers. And I think that a lot of that comes down to the everyone expected them to win. So um yeah, Trump should have taken a pic with him. I did hear that Trump wouldn't leave the stage again when Spain was celebrating. He was up there doing his little dance, and the FIFA president was trying to pull him off stage, and he just wasn't leaving.
Yeah, I heard about that too. Yeah, Donald Trump just like hanging out there looking awkward. I
Yeah.
hope you weren't. I wish you weren't so awkward, bud. It's like that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As I knocked my
So
mic over.
to go back a little bit about the technology thing, CD did post in the group, the Nerds with Alcohol group about this about Chinese created robots, and I'm gonna have to read this article in its entirety because it looks pretty crazy.
Yeah, sorry, CD just posted, "Me want to feel like winner."
Yeah, for sure. And
Ah, hell.
this article is from Time Magazine. It's pretty extensive, so
Mm.
that's pretty awesome. Thanks, CD, for that. That's pretty cool.
All right, so,
Um,
one of the other things I wanted to talk about real quick,
mhm.
Magic Con Amsterdam is going on right now. Well, it was going on over the weekend. Um, and while they were there, uh, so that's for Magic the Gathering, if you don't know. They
Mhm.
announced more the future Magic Cons for like next year. And at the end of February, there will be Magic Con Detroit 2027.
Mm.
They haven't announced where it'll be yet. There's lots of speculation. It's either going to be at Kobo or out in Novi. Um, I've heard people say good things about both. The Magic group that I belong to, the Monday Night Magic over at Polly's, everyone's already talking about, uh, who's all going. People are like, I don't know. You're like, you're fucking going. I even said that to Renee. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to go. And Renee's like, you're fucking going. You know you're going. Um, it is Renee and I's anniversary weekend. Sunday will be our 11th anniversary. Uh, and she said, "You can go, but you better get me something really nice."
Well, yeah.
uh, I actually I would prefer Novi, I think, over Kobo. Just because I think there's better options out there. Although one of the guys last night was saying he didn't think that Kobo or that the Novi area could sustain a uh uh convention of that size for that long. I think it can. I mean, it's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So, right at the end of February. But I'm looking forward to it. I've never been to a Magic Con. One of the supervisors where I work, the service desk supervisor is a big time Magic guy. He actually started work where I am and took he already had the next week off because he went to Magic Con in Vegas. And he said he's definitely going to this one and probably still going to the one that's in Vegas later in the year. So, what does it get for 11 adamantine? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure what 11 is. I think 10 was tin. So, but yeah, so looking forward to that. MagicCon Detroit 2027. Look it up if you're interested. Come on out, say hi. Um, I will definitely be there. Also, Russ, later this year,
Hmm.
Uni-
What's
uh,
that?
what is it? Universes Beyond, I think is what they call it. Um, one of the next sets that's going to come out later this year. I think it's in November. Star Trek, Star Trek Magic.
What?
Yeah, Star Trek Magic, man.
Mm.
There's already pictures of some of the cards that are coming out. They're doing Star Trek Magic for their Universes
Well,
Beyond.
it was only a matter of time, I guess.
Um, Hobbit comes out like next month, I think. Um, and then it's funny because Paulie actually posted a video. And it's like Wizards of the Coast be releasing Magic sets like this, and it's somebody just getting stuff thrown at them to try and bag it. It's like because they're coming out with like 8 sets a year. It's ridiculous. Um, they don't need that many,
Yeah, it
and
does seem like a
yeah,
lot.
and
I think
I'm
it
gonna really
feels
be
like they're
picky.
flooding the market.
Yeah, I'm gonna
It
be
really
really
does.
picky and choosy about what I get. Like, I don't think I'm getting the Hobbit. I got a lot of the Marvel stuff, and I actually really like a lot of the Marvel stuff. I didn't get everything I wanted, but I got a lot of it. I did get a Mind Stone, so I'm happy about that. So I've got the Soul Stone and the Mind Stone now, the two Infinity Stones that have been released. I'm waiting for the next one. They're coming out with an X-Men set next year, I think it is. They've already talked about that. So, lots of stuff coming out for Magic. Um, but yes, you can mix them, CD. You can actually have Star Trek with Marvel with Strixhaven, it if you want. There's nothing saying you can't. But let's talk Doomsday.
Let's talk Doomsday. Okay, so today it was yesterday actually. The first real trailer for Doomsday has been released. Now, before we've seen a little bit of
Avengers Doomsday.
Avengers Doomsday. We saw a little bit of like tiny little bits of footage here and there that had been released, but this is the first real fucking trailer. Now it looks pretty fucking cool. I gotta admit, so far
Dude,
from what I've seen,
I got goosebumps.
yeah, it's the Russo brothers. Now the Russo brothers have been consistent and have made really great movies. They were the ones that made Infinity War and Endgame. So yes, more power to you. That was fucking great. They have proven that they can make a good Marvel superhero movie that's respectful to the
Material.
the material, the source material. We've seen a lot of stuff that also is going to evoke more questions. But like one of the things that people talked about were, okay, we know that Chris Evans is coming back as Steve Rogers. What Steve is he going to play? Is he going to play some alternate version? Is he going to be some multiversal thing? Is he going to be evil Steve?
That's actually what gave me goosebumps.
Chills is the fact that he lifted his hand and Mjolnir flew to it.
Well, and that's the thing, because it was Thor going, "Is it really you?"
Yeah.
And he just lifted his hand, and Thor lifted up Mjolnir and let it go, and it flew right to his hand. Shunk.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh.
There's no way they're gonna, there's no way they're gonna fake that. There's they're gonna come up with some sort of way that he's gonna be able to fool Mjolnir. That's not the way the magic works.
Yeah.
So, so we're gonna see Steve Rogers again somehow, somewhere, whatever. Now remember, this is the end of the Marvel universe. This is the end of what we know the Marvel Cinematic Universe to be. The MCU is more or less coming to the end after these next couple of movies.
It's gonna get rebooted.
It's going to essentially, they're going to reboot everything after this. They've they've stated that after these movies, after these next two these next two Avengers movies are done, they're going to be concentrating on the X-Men. At least that's what Marvel will be doing. Now, my guess is, Sony will probably continue to, in conjunction with Marvel, continue to make these Spider-Man movies. And I think Spider-Man is supposed to show up in fact, no, he is showing up in Doomsday, although he didn't show up in the trailer. So that was some interesting thing. If I remember correctly, there was no Spider-Man in this trailer.
No, he didn't show up in the trailer.
But
I know that Brand New Day, the new Spider-Man movie,
to lead into,
is leading directly into it. Yeah,
lead into it. So we should see some interesting. That should be interesting as well.
We see Patrick Stewart.
We see Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen.
Yep, and Ian McKellen
as Magneto and as Professor X and Magneto, respectively. So we know that's going to happen. We
saw Gambit,
Rebecca Romijn, and we saw Gambit. Which
is funny. So we watched it, and we were watching it at Paulie's last night. He pulled it up on the TV, and we were all watching it. And somebody said like fuck it's Gambit or something like that. And
Channing Tatum,
and it sounded like
Gambit.
And it sounded like somebody said Fat Gambit.
Yeah, that headpiece doesn't do him any favors. But Channing Tatum is probably in better shape than most men.
But he looks bulky in that suit.
He looks bulky in it. Yeah,
it doesn't have that slimming effect that the comic has.
Correct, and I think which just cracks me up. But but it is interesting to see that Channing Tatum finally is getting the opportunity to play Gambit more than
he's gonna come in and his face just gonna melt like what happened to in Multiverse.
Yeah, so we'll see. But what I saw, we also saw Rebecca Romijn return as Mystique. She turns into the White Widow and fights the White Widow, and there's been a lot of criticism about her makeup because her makeup looks a lot.
Yeah,
does not look near as good as it did in the original.
Yeah, someone said, "Holy shit, that was Rebecca Romijn," and I didn't even realize it at the time.
Yeah. So there's also we didn't see Robert Downey Jr. We didn't see Doom's face.
No, we saw, but all we saw
the
was
mask.
with the mask, which I
We saw the
loved.
mask.
You shouldn't
We
see
also
his
saw.
face.
I mean, we see Thor powering up with both of his hammers, with Stormbreaker and Mjolnir.
Well, I thought it was just Stormbreaker.
I'm pretty sure it was both of them. And he comes down.
I have to watch it again.
On Doom. I gotta watch. Yeah, me too. He comes down on Doom, and Doom catches it. Okay, Doom's a powerful fucking super villain. He's one of the most powerful, but he's not gonna. He's not gonna do that. He's not gonna be able to do that. He's obviously empowered even further.
Just
Stormbreaker. Okay.
Yeah, Jeepo said it is just
even so, Dr. Doom isn't going to be able to do that. He can't withstand a direct strike from Thor without being super amped up. So, I think we're gonna see at that point that Doom's in God mode. Now, one of the things that I also noticed too was that the voice, if we're hearing Downey Jr. do the voice of Doom and the accent that he is appropriated, he sounds a lot like Nandor from What We Do in the Shadows. Listen to it again.
I will listen to it again.
Sounds a lot like Nandor. Now, Nandor is the guy. That actor was basically affecting a Turkish sort of accent that maybe Central European, maybe Northern Middle Eastern kind of thing.
Little Slavic,
and that's
I think he's supposed to be like Transylvanian.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing, because Doom's country,
Latveria,
thank you. God, whoa. I was going to say Markovia. That's in DC. Latveria is supposed to be basically in that area. It is a Romanian, Transylvanian kind of area. Transylvania is actually, I believe, part of Romania.
It is.
And so
trust me, I know.
Yeah. So
Romanian is also actually a Latin-based language. The Romance language.
Yes, it is a Romance language.
Which, big surprise. I'd never thought of that. I always think of them as being like more Slavic but yet Romania.
Romania. Yeah. So it should sound vaguely, Transylvanian.
Also just found out Paulie's neighbors are Romanian.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, yeah, if Renee wants to practice speaking, I can introduce you.
That'd be cool.
So he's like, sounds like a great idea, great reason to have a barbecue like once a month.
Hey, there you go.
Sorry.
I'm excited. I am excited to see this, to see where this is going, what this is going to do. I do think, and I did like the speech that Thor basically is giving to everybody at the beginning, or during it, where he's got the Thunderbolt standing there, and he's there, and he's got the FF, and he's got some of the other random superheroes. You're seeing Shang-Chi, and you're seeing the Black Panther, and Namor is in there too, and then of course the Fantastic Four, and then right after that you're seeing we're going to need a miracle, and then that's where Steve.
Who was it that was sitting on the Wakandan throne?
I believe that's M'Baku.
Oh, is it M'Baku? Okay.
Yeah, that's M'Baku. M'Baku is essentially
they showed the throne, and then
they
showed M'Baku. So I was like, because at first the way that it was looking, I'm like, are they bringing in another version of Killmonger?
No, I think they established that after the Panther, after T'Challa died, that M'Baku became the king.
He didn't want to, though.
He didn't want to, no, but he was he kind of had to step into the role, and because I don't think because
they're pulling from
Shuri wasn't ready to be
all over the multiverse. I wasn't sure what they were.
Yeah, I think that was the case, and Shuri isn't ready to be queen, or something like that. I gotta watch.
Namor was on the throne.
Namor on the throne of
Wakanda.
Of Wakanda?
Yeah, that's what it is. So Namor attacked Wakanda.
Oh yeah. There is that scene where the Atlanteans attack Wakanda.
Yeah,
or they're in the Wakandan.
Because that was the thing, was Shuri actually looks like she's facing off against the throne.
I need to. We really got it. We
Yeah.
should have watched it.
We should have watched it
together
just before
and
the.
just, but
Yeah.
watch it right before and everything. Um, yeah. Here's the official trailer again. It's just,
Yeah.
it looks really great, and
Oh yeah,
I'm
I'm
really
looking forward to it.
jazzed.
You see a bunch of the X-Men. You don't see Wolverine.
Correct. Well, they're not going to blow their whole load on this fucking first.
No, but they show Cyclops
small
is back.
trailer.
So I mean,
It's it's the short trailer. It's not the full trailer. This is not the cinematic one. This is the short one. So
it's
yeah,
only 2 minutes long.
it's 2:16, right?
Yeah.
So the next one is going to be like 3.5, and we're gonna see. I gotta say,
wonder-
from what I've seen, I've got it rolling right now. From what I've seen so far, though, Doom looks great.
Doom looks amazing.
Looks really good. And so, there was something else that one of my friend John, actually my former roommate Harper, shows up. Yeah, he's got the Thunderbolts. He's doing his speech to all of, like, Ant-Man's there. We got
Deadpool and Wolverine
looks
can't
like
be spoiled.
looks like they're he was on the throne of Wakanda. It looked like it. I don't know. Could have been the Atlantean throne too, but I don't know, because you'd think the Atlantean throne would be underwater, but because it looked like a shark. It looks like he's sitting on the throne with a shark. But then it does also look like the other superheroes. Yeah, there's the FF is in the room. So is the Winter Soldier. So we'll see what's going on there. Thor shows up. He's got his Stormbreaker in his hand. He's charging up. Oh, it looks like there's an explosion there. That looks like it could be either in the X-Men's mansion, but it also looked a little bit like it might have been Doctor Strange's mansion. You see,
that was the explosion of the stairs. That's Doctor Strange's.
Yeah, that looked like the Sanctum.
Yeah, that's the Sanctum. Yeah, that was the Sanctum. That was the stairs in the Sanctum. That was
you're right.
that was very much the stairs in the Sanctum.
And then right after that, you're seeing Shang-Chi and Gambit fighting, and honestly, that was really fucking cool. You see the TVA. So Loki shows up, and he's got a TVA thing going on. This is sometime in the time stream where Loki he's returned to the TVA.
Yeah, because I mean, the last
before
we
he
saw,
was Yggdrasil.
Yeah. Loki was just controlling the entire
multiverse.
Time stream. Yeah, he was controlling the multiverse. He was the thing that was the thread that was holding it all together. The tree that was holding.
He was the tree. He's Yggdrasil.
He was Yggdrasil. Yeah.
And so, is that Yggdrasil? I've heard it as Yggdrasil.
I've always heard
that's how
Yggdrasil.
they said it. I think that's how they said it in God of War. It was Yggdrasil. So I don't know. Yeah, we've got Shuri, and here's the scene with M'Baku and Shuri meeting the FF and some of the other, and there's Ant-Man in there. There's the Winter Soldier. It looks like the FF maybe they split up a little bit and in different with the rest of the team.
Gambit's not going to kill Sun-Chi.
Oh, no way.
Got another movie coming out. CD.
Yeah, exactly. They're not going to kill. We're not going to see too many kills. See, that's the other thing. Some of these younger actors that are playing these roles they're going to roll right in. They're not going to recast everybody. They're going to recast the older actors that
they're going to recast everybody after this, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to but even some of them won't be recast. Simu Liu will continue
some
to
of the X-Men
Shang-Chi.
probably won't be recast, but Xavier's going to get recast.
I'll bet
Magneto.
So all of the X-Men are going to get recast, man.
Yeah,
they're all older. None of them want to return to those roles. I mean, Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen are in their late 80s. They're not going to be playing those roles again.
So there's been a lot of speculation that Adam Driver was going to be the new Magneto.
Yeah, he's been. That was a rumor.
But I actually heard a different rumor, in that he won't be Magneto, that he's going to be Mr. Sinister.
Okay, I'd see that.
I'm like, I like that better.
I like that better. Yeah, I do like that better. But I think the majority of the X-Men will probably be recast. I wouldn't be surprised if Channing Tatum remains as Gambit, and
I hope
they're not. They're not going to.
Hope not. I want them to recast Gambit. Channing Tatum. I understand he wanted to play him. He got his shot. Let him play him now, and then give me a new Gambit. Give me all new people. I want all new.
Well, that's the thing. Like the majority of the X-Men are going to need to be recast because
I don't
we need.
even want, and I love Hugh Jackman. I don't want him as Wolverine
No, he
anymore.
can't
No,
play Wolverine
he's
anymore.
done. Done.
He's done.
Term
He should have been
limits.
done.
Term limits.
Term limits. Yes, he was great in
Till
Wolverine.
you're
Deadpool.
90.
If we see him in this, we're gonna see him in this movie, and that'll be great. But it's got to be at least because they're filming this, and then they filmed this, and I believe they're either actively or going
Now-
to be filming Secret War pretty soon.
Cavalry,
Once Secret War is done, the majority of these characters need to be recast because we're going to have a universe-wide reboot.
One of the only ones I wouldn't be upset with if they kept her is X-23.
Oh yeah, no. If they're young, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Daphne Keane, I think, is phenomenal as
sure,
that character.
Absolutely. If they're young actors, because that's the problem. It's not so much that they've been playing them forever; it's that a lot of these actors are aging out of the roles.
Too old.
So we
need the 20-year-old X-Men.
Right. We don't want Halle Berry playing Storm anymore. She's almost 60. We don't want and looks amazing, sure.
Yeah.
But we don't want but the actress who plays Shuri, sure, why not? She could play the roles for a bit longer. Tom Holland needs to continue to play Spider-Man for the next 10 years.
Famke Janssen doesn't need to play Jean Grey.
No, absolutely not. What's his name who's playing Cyclops? He's done.
Yeah.
We need younger actors. And as much as I like Chris Hemsworth and Chris Evans and the majority of those actors that are playing all of these Marvel roles, they need to move on. Paul Rudd is as great as he is, and as much as he never ages.
You know what? Paul Rudd's ageless, man. He is
ageless.
He can play the joke in Deadpool and Wolverine when they see the dead giant giant man. Paul Rudd finally aged.
Finally aged, yeah. We need to these actors need to step aside for the next generation, for the new people that are going to take on these roles. The same thing. Blade. I mean, he was great as what's his name? He was great as Blade.
Yeah.
But he needs to step aside and
even at this point, it's been so long that Mahershala Ali isn't even right to play Blade anymore.
Because I still think he could do it.
I think he'd probably do it from 1 or 2 movies, but I think after that he's going to be too old. I think they need to find. I think they need to completely reboot Blade at this point and go back to the drawing board and find somebody else, which is a shame because Ali he's a great actor.
He's a great actor, and it was probably and anything. And in all honesty, he's a better actor than Snipes.
Oh, way better.
Because Wesley Snipes isn't that great of an actor. I mean, he's okay, but he's not like. I mean, Mahershala Ali.
Snipes is a cheese-tastic actor.
He's an actor. He's an action actor.
Yeah,
for the most part.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, he's done things like he did Tuong Fu, Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar, where he plays a drag queen, and he was great at it.
He is an action and comedy actor.
Correct. I always have a tough time with that.
Mahershala Ali.
Yeah. He's an actor. He's an actor. Have you ever seen The Green Book? I mean, the guy was great.
I did not see The Green Book, but I heard so many good things about it.
So many good things. So this, like I said, the majority of these actors, the ones that it's two things. Actors, the actors that have been playing these roles for a long time, since 2008, 2009, need to move on. Pass the torch, whatever. The ones that have only been playing them for a short while, that could still be conceivably could play these roles, could stick around. Like the actors that all played that were in the Fantastic Four. They've only made one movie. This is their second time playing.
They're all a little bit older anyway.
They're a little bit older,
except for Johnny, who's actually young.
Those characters are a little bit older.
And let's face it, the guy that's playing Ben could play him forever because
it's just a voice anyway. It's just the voice, and then and having old Din Djarin playing Mr. Fantastic. He's an older character. I think we can and honestly getting rid.
I still don't like Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards, but
yeah. Well, I wasn't a huge fan, but I think he did a fine job.
I think
You
he's
know,
fine. I mean, he's a good actor, but I just don't. I
just
don't. I don't.
the
I don't like him.
physicality.
Yeah,
No, I know.
physicality wise, he's
I get
not.
it.
He's not Reed.
Right, I get it too. But
And honestly,
but
I wasn't crazy about his portrayal of Reed.
I was okay with it for the most. I didn't. I mean,
I
you
enjoyed
got to
the
pick
movie,
your
but I didn't
battles.
think he was the. I don't think they played Reed the right way.
Okay. Um. So there and there's all of these actors need to be recast. All these characters for the most part need to be recast. Like I said, a few of them I could say, uh, uh, Simu Liu needs to stick around as Song Chi. I think
I could.
he could do
Yeah,
it.
I could
Continue.
see uh Florence Pugh stick around for a while
Yeah,
as White Widow.
exactly. Yeah.
Um,
Most of the characters from the
what's his
Thunderbolts
name? Yeah,
actually.
the Thunderbolts. Yeah, I mean the Red Guardian. He can play him as long as he wants because
Yeah,
he's
he's
just
and
fucking hilarious.
he's fucking hilarious.
Little
Even
Fitz.
Sebastian Stan, I would be like, nah, if we're gonna keep anybody from the old guard, you could probably keep Sebastian Stan for a bit longer as the Winter
Well,
Soldier.
as the thing is that I think we can keep the Winter Soldier because while he has some superhero the super soldier serum, it was the Russian version, so there's nothing saying that
Mhm.
he's not going to age differently than the
Right,
way say
correctly.
Steve Rogers did.
Yeah, but that's the other thing too. If we're gonna have a new Steve, a new Captain America, a new Steve, then we should probably have a new Bucky. And the
Yeah.
same thing. It also depends on where they're going to
Well, and
reboot it. How is it going to be rebooted to
honestly,
to current day? I mean, what's
but
going on
but
with
that's
that?
the thing. I would be fine with Sam Wilson continuing on as Cap for a
Correct,
while
me as well. Yeah, I
because
mean, he could continue to
I
play that
like
role.
him as Captain America.
Me too. Me too.
He's done. I think
So,
he's done a great job.
and I don't think there's if they do decide to bring Steve Rogers back, I don't think there's even any reason why we can't have Sam Wilson and Steve Rogers both be Captain Americas. That's how it is in the comic books right now too. So it's just
Um,
there's that.
I
Now the
also don't
one
have a problem with uh Ruffalo as continuing as Bruce.
I would say yeah, agreed. But I think Ruffalo is I think he's about done too. I think
I
he's
think he
a
is too. But I mean, I think he is. I think they finally found their Hulk.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think he's done the best job. As much as I did like Norton,
Norton's a
I
great
think
actor,
he's a great actor.
I
And I
think
thought he was,
Ruffalo is the
but
best Hulk we've had.
Ruffalo's the best Bruce Banner we've had.
Yes, he is. He's the best Bruce.
And that's really who you need in that
Yeah.
role. So the last thing I wanted to say about this is one
Speaking
of the
of
things
which,
that
we'll
people
see him in Spider-Man next week.
exactly. One of the things I wanted to talk about too, that one of the major things that people were talking about is because we have RDJ playing Doom, is he going to be a variant of Tony Stark? Is he going to be Tony Stark? Is he
I
going
hope not.
now? I don't think he will. I think that he will be Victor Von Doom. Now, one of the things a friend of mine pointed out to me is like, look, did anybody see Oppenheimer? RDJ was recognizable, but barely. Did anybody see? And then I said, what about Tropic Thunder? RDJ is an actor. He is a really good actor. Now,
He's
a
a
lot
really
of
good actor.
times,
He's
now a
people
lot of
don't give him
times,
credit for a lot of the stuff. Like
he is an
watch Chaplin.
Oscar-winning act. Right, he's an
Chaplin was a
Oscar-winning
fucking
actor.
amazing movie.
Right, he's an actor. Now, and he has done a number of movies or roles where he has used prosthetic makeup, and so we could very well see him doing a penguin-esque performance
I still think they need to
with
have
in a
just the
lot of
one little
makeup.
scar.
I think if they do that, fine. I still think that they could do enough makeup on him to make him look different
Yep.
that we don't recognize him as, even if it's just a scar, the scar down the face. He doesn't have a horrible face. Um,
I never saw Natural
we
Born
could.
Killers CD.
Oh, he's great in that too. He actually does an Australian accent through that whole movie. Um, it's but like I said, watch Tropic Thunder. The majority of that movie, he doesn't look like him because he's made up to look like a black man.
Yeah.
It's,
There's a lot of questions about that though. Because
what about that movie?
yeah, because it's him doing kind of
Blackface,
basically
essentially,
doing
yes.
blackface. Yeah.
But that was the thing. That was the joke. See, that's the
Yeah.
thing. A lot of people, there are people. You know who complains about that movie? White people. Pearl clutching white people complain about that movie. I have never met a black person that saw that movie that didn't think it was fucking hilarious. You know, it's kind of silly. It's kind of silly that people and that's the thing. That movie came out.
I've actually never seen Tropic Thunder
Oh
either.
man, it's fucking hilarious. And it was one of the movies that also really helped RDJ build his career back up because it came out right around the same time as within like a couple of months of Iron Man. And
I thought it was way before Iron Man.
no, it came out. I remember because Ben Stiller
Oh yeah, it was
and
2008.
Ben Stiller and RDJ and Jack Black were all in that movie,
Yep.
and at the same time that they were promoting,
Fucking Tom
you know,
Cruise.
that they were at the same time that they were promoting that movie, Jack Black had just done the first Kung Fu Panda and was absolutely destroying. RDJ had just did Iron Man and was absolutely destroying. So they did this funny kind of promotional thing. Like I think it was for the MTV Awards, but it was really hilarious. Yeah, Tom Cruise plays one of the funniest. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen him do. He plays the movie producer because they're in Tropic Thunder. They're making a movie,
Uh-huh.
and he plays the movie producer Les Grossman, and he's under heavy prosthetic makeup. And it is hilarious. Chris, I'm surprised you've never seen that movie. We're going to watch it, and it is absolutely unhingedly hilarious. Uh,
It's always been on
anyway,
my list, but it's just one I've never watched. So we should
so
wrap
we need
things
to
up
wrap
though.
things up. Yeah. So guys, we got 6 months or so, like 5 months. Actually, no, it's less than 5 months. It's 4 months because now
Yeah, 4 months and some, yeah.
at the end of the trailer,
A countdown.
they showed the countdown, and I'm sure it's on like the Marvel website or something.
Mhm.
The countdown. So yes, less than 4 months, less than 5 months, over 4 months to the thing. I think it's something like December 17th or 18th, right before Christmas.
Oh, I definitely need to see Tropic Thunder. If Renee has seen it and I haven't, I need to see this movie.
That is fucked up. That is fucked up. If your wife has seen a movie that you haven't seen, holy shit.
She just said it's a shockingly good movie.
It is. It's really funny. And it does. It does a lot of it makes fun of the movie industry. It's in a similar way to like Last Action Hero kind of made fun of action
Oh,
movies.
that
This
movie's so
movie,
great.
right.
That one I have seen. I've seen that movie so many
But
times.
this movie is more
That's one of my remote breaks movies.
right. This movie is and arguably, interestingly enough, one of the few movies that Schwarzenegger made that was considered a failure. Last Action Hero was actually kind of tanked at the box
Let's
office.
see. All right, so it looks like I can watch Tropic Thunder on Paramount Plus.
I have it too.
Paramount Plus and Peacock both have it.
Yeah, it's really good, and but like I said, it kind of takes the piss out of the movie industry. Watch it; it's really fucking funny. Guys, thanks for joining us tonight on this oh so lovely Tuesday night here in the Detroit area. We had some a bit of a downpour for a while, but
You
hopefully
might have. We didn't get anything here. It
I
got really
got
dark, but I didn't see any rain come down.
dude, no, it was only about 10-15 minutes, but it came down real hard, enough to freak the dog out. We will not be at the table this Friday, but we will be at the table next Friday on the 31st. So be sure to join us for our normal Tavern Nights D&D game. We will be. What did we do? We just finished the fight.
That's where you ended. You ended at the end of the
and
fight. That's
so
where we're going to pick up.
Need to pick that
You
back
guys
up.
haven't done any looting or anything yet.
No. And then of course join us every Tuesday night here at 8:00 on Drinking Nerds. Guys, we got things in the pipeline. We got things we're working on. Chris, I got an idea I need to talk to you about. A friend of mine brought up. We're still kind of in a kind of a planning stage about it, but it might be something we could another like monthly show that we could put on our channel.
Okay. I want to get some other people on. Like I want to get Stefan back on.
Yeah, we need to have some guests.
I was just talking with him last night. He was talking about he's like, I was just listening to one of your shows and you guys were talking about this and you were right. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? I've been talking with him about getting him back on the show because I really enjoyed having him on.
Yeah, Stefan is great. He's really great. I mean, he's got a lot of great takes on movies
Yep.
and comics and magic, of course, and stuff like that. And I would
He's got his
say
own
he'd be.
magic podcast.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we talked about maybe
Yeah, because
doing a cross show.
he told me that when I started playing Magic at Paulie's, he's like, when I was on your show, that actually inspired me to do my own podcast, and he's doing his Magic podcast, which
Exactly.
I don't remember the name of off the top of my head, but I got it saved on my Spotify. So
Awesome. All right. So yeah, guys, thanks again for joining us on this oh so lovely Tuesday night.
remember, you can follow us on most of the social medias. We are out there. We are on Facebook, Nerds with Alcohol Show. Pretty much everywhere else, Drinking Nerds. And remember, if you want gear, get ready because real soon, that I'll be selling stuff on the Drinking Nerds website. It'll be drinkingnerdsentertainment.com. You might get a thing right now saying that it's unsecure, but just go ahead and go to it. It actually is a secure site. It just redirects you. The first site isn't secure, but it redirects you to what is a secure site. So I gotta get that fixed. But other than that, I'll have stuff up soon. I'm going to be talking with, like I said, I'm going to talk with Russ and some other local artists that I know to see if I can get some digital art made and then do like royalty type things. So I want to support local artists as well as use real art on stuff. But yeah, got some cool stuff up there. Made Renee a couple of things. We've got a Pride Tumblr that says "Kiss whoever the fuck you want." Renee actually loved
That's
it.
a good one.
Yeah,
I like that
and
one.
yeah, Renee loved that one. She's like, I'm going to Royal Oak Pride. I am taking this with me because she's performing there next weekend, and
Okay, cool.
or this weekend coming up. And she's like, I'm taking this with me. Make sure you give me a bunch of your business cards because I think people are gonna want this. So, but yeah, so thanks a lot, everybody. I hope you have a good night. I had a lot of fun doing this, as always. So,
As always.
yep. So I think that's gonna about do it.
That should do it.
Until next time,
Until next time,
Slainte.
Slainte.
All right, have a good week, everybody.
Good night.